This is Engadget. Here's what's happening in the world of technology.
It's Thursday, March 30th. Renewables are already producing more energy than fossil fuels in Europe, and now the U.S. is approaching that milestone. The U.S. Energy Information Administration, EIA, has determined that renewable power generation overtook coal in 2022, with 4,090 million megawatt-hours coming from solar, wind, hydroelectric, biomass, and geothermal technology. These green sources leapt past nuclear in 2021, but widened the gap last year. They have about 21% share combined. The shift came through the combination of increasing renewable capacity and coal's years-long decline. Wind was the dominant source of clean electricity, with a capacity jumping from 133 gigawatts in 2021 to 141 gigawatts a year later. Hydro was second, followed by utility-level solar, biomass, and geothermal. Coal dropped to 20% share due to both the closure of some plants and the reduced use of others. Nuclear has remained relatively steady, but the shutdown of Michigan's Palisades power plant saw it dip to 19%. It might not surprise you to hear which states dominated certain renewable energy sources. Sunny California was the leader in solar power generation with 26% of the output, while Texas had a similar slice of wind generation. Texas also has the largest shares of coal and natural gas, although its lead in those areas is only slight. Renewables weren't the top power source in 2022. That distinction went to natural gas, which claimed a 39% share. However, it's evident that clean tech has a firm foothold in the U.S., despite attempts to undermine it through regulation. We'd expect the trends to continue, too. President Biden's administration has heavily promoted renewable electricity, including the approval of the first large offshore wind farm in the country, while the EIA expects coal use to shrink to 17%. Natural gas may retain a comfortable lead, but it now has a new chief rival. And with extreme weather events regularly flooding our coastal cities and burning out our rural communities, Google, in its magnanimity, has developed a new set of online tools that civil servants and community organizers alike can use in their efforts to stave off climate change-induced catastrophe. Google already pushes extreme weather alerts to users in affected locations, providing helpful, easy-to-understand information about the event through the search page, whether it's a winter storm warning, flood advisories, tornado warnings, or what have you. The company has now added extreme heat alerts to that list. Googling details on the event will return everything from the predicted start and end dates of the heat wave to medical issues to be aware of during it and how to mitigate their impacts. The company is partnering with the Global Heat Health Information Network, GHHIN, to ensure that the information provided is both accurate and applicable. It's a lot easier to keep the citizenry comfortable in hot weather if the cities themselves aren't sweltering, but our love affair with urban concrete has not been amenable to that goal. That's why Google has developed Tree Canopy, a feature within the company's Environmental Insights Explorer app, which combines AI and aerial imagery so cities can understand their current tree coverage and better plan urban forestry initiatives, per Wednesday's release. Tree Canopy is already in use in more than a dozen cities, but with Wednesday's announcement, the program will be drastically expanding out to nearly 350 cities around the world, including Atlanta, Sydney, Lisbon, and Paris. Google also offers a similarly designed AI to help plan the installation of cool roofs, which reflect heat from the sun rather than absorb it like today's tar paper roofs do.
If you want to catch the latest tech news as it's happening, check out Engadget.com or tune in again every weekday.
Spoken Layer.